Hi everyone, welcome to this Pilates practice. My name's Debbie and I'm going to be taking you through the practice today from the lovely Tenerife. I'm in a hotel room here, it's not very big, so I'm hoping that what I'm doing everybody's going to be able to see. But I've got my super travel mat here, which I'm going to be using, and it's by Game. And so here we go. We're going to start by laying down and taking a little bit of internal view of ourselves. Going to check our bodies and make sure that we're feeling good, focusing on any points that might need a little bit more attention today when we're doing the practice. So if you do feel areas that are tense, a little bit niggly maybe today, focus on them throughout the practice and pay attention to those areas. So if you're going to take yourself down, laying to your mats now, coming down, getting yourselves lovely comfortable, taking your feet slightly wider apart than hip. If you have lower back issues, take your feet so that they are mat width apart and lock your knees in together. So whatever's good for you, closing your eyes down if you can. It's going into nice relaxation and focus on our bodies. So taking your arms out with the palms facing up, let's bring some energy in today. So we're going to be laying here now. We're going to start to relax our body down. Let's just move our head from side to side and release our necks out. Just gently rolling your neck, or rolling your head I should say, from side to side. Coming back to center, taking a big deep breath in and pulling in your core. And then as you release out, you pull the core in more and you lift just your head. Everything else, the shoulders stay on the floor, just lifted your neck, bringing it up, holding the core tight, breathing in, pull that core tighter. And as you breathe out, hold the core and release your head back down to the mat and release the core. Your neck should feel a little bit easier. Relaxing your toes, your feet, your ankles, your lower legs, your knees and your upper legs. So both legs are soft. Seeing if you have any niggles, any ailments there today. Either of your legs, focus on them throughout the practice if you do. If there's any tense areas, just ask them to soften down and relax. Then focus on your glutes, your lower core, your pelvis area, soften it down. How's that feeling today? Then go on to your mid-spine and your tummy, your upper spine and your chest, your whole torso. How's that feeling today? Do you have any spinal issues? Focus on those areas if you do. Breathe into tense areas and ask them to soften. And focus on your hands, your wrists, your lower arms, your elbows and your upper arms. Asking both arms to soften down. Relax, breathe into tense areas. And focusing on your shoulders. We hold so much tension in our shoulders. Just really soften them. Maybe you might need to lift them up and drop them back down. If you do that, get yourself comfortable, ask them to soften. And then your neck and your head. Head's very heavy. You can feel how heavy that is in the ground beneath you. If you have any issues there, breathe into them, ask it to soften down and start to soften all your facial muscles. So your jaw, your cheekbones, your forehead, your eyes, let everything be soft. Then focus in those areas that are tense. Then in your own time, do a scan of your own body, focusing internally how you're feeling, from the tips of the toes all the way to the top of your head. Amazing. Let everything be soft. Everything just relax. Let all your tension go. And start to bring yourself back to the room. Wriggling your fingers and your toes, waking yourself up, ready for our practice ahead. I want everybody to bring their feet up and take them mat width apart. Just going to do a couple of side stretches, side openings. So breathing in and pulling in that core. Breathing out, hold the core tight, drop your legs over to the right hand side. Now your arms, they can go out to a T shape, they can go into cactus arms, or you may just want them resting on your core. You choose where's good for you. I've got mine rested down today as I've not got so much space in my area that I'm working out in. Let everything go here, let the core go. Breathing to any tense areas, ask them to soften. On your next in-breath, pulling in that core, and at the same time bringing your legs to center. Slowly, slowly, hold the core tight, get yourself nice and neutral and comfortable. Still holding that core tight, don't let it go, but breathe, and breathe in, pull the core in tighter. And as we breathe out, holding the core tight, we now drop our legs over to the left-hand side for a little spinal twist on this side. When you get to your point of comfort, let everything go and breathe into any tense areas you may have. On your next in-breath, pulling in that core, and at the same time, bringing your legs to center, holding the core tight, get your spine nice and neutral, and then breathing out. So neutral spine, let's do that together. So taking your hands into a triangular shape, holding them over the front of your core. Then what we're going to do is we do small pelvic tilts. So we breathe in, we pull in our core, the stomach goes down, and as we breathe out, we just do a gentle tilt, lifting upwards with our pelvis. We hold it there, we breathe in, we pull in the core tight, and as we breathe out, we allow the core to drop back down, not the core, the pelvis, sorry, to drop back down. Still holding the core tight. Breathe in, pull the core tight. Breathing out, just tilting that pelvis upwards. And then as you come back down, that there will be your neutral spine. So the spine is nice and long against the mat beneath you. Some people may have a small lift arch in there. Some people have a natural curve to their spine. But if that's you, not to worry, as long as you have got a comfortable spine. Try and get to that position before you take any moves. So taking our legs long again. Going to take our arms over our heads, and we're going to take a nice full body stretch. So pulling in that core, pull the core in tight, squeeze the legs away, squeeze the arms away, pulling the core tight. Every breath in, you pull the core tight, and every breath out, you pull the core tighter, trying to push the spine down into the mat rather than having a lift and an arch there. Stretch and release. Amazing, guys. Okay, we're going to start our practice today standing up. So if you want to bring yourselves onto your side, bring your feet up, shift your hips over, go onto your side and push yourself up. Some people may want to do a rock and roll to come up. If it's early in the morning here for me, I'm not going to be doing that because I've just woken up and I don't want to be rolling on quite a hard floor here, I have to say today. So taking our feet now, we're going to come into our Pilates roll up, roll down. So bringing yourself to a nice standing position. So I'm just going to go sideways so you can see. So we're standing nice and tall. We've got a long spine here, nice and straight, standing tall. Our shoulders go back and down and we have our head and our neck in alignment. What we do is we breathe in and we pull in our core. And as we breathe out, we take our chin to our chest. We start to roll down. You'll notice that the neck will come down. The shoulders start to come down. So bring them forward so that your hands are to the front of your legs. And gradually roll yourself down, one vertebrae at a time, very slowly, so the upper spine, the mid spine and the lower spine come down. Go to your point of comfort, okay? You might not be coming down too far just now, we are still warming up, so you come down to your point of comfort, you hold it there and you allow yourself to hang. Trying to keep the core tight if you can. I know it's quite difficult as we're hanging downwards. But breathe in, pull the core tighter, and as we breathe out, we hold that core and we start to roll back up. Our hands are at the front of our legs. We're bringing ourselves up nicely, squeeze the glutes tight. So we've got the lower spine, the mid spine, the upper spine coming up. The shoulders go back and down, the neck lifts, and finally the head. That is your Pilates roll up, roll down. We're going to do a few of those to warm ourselves up. So shoulders back and down, breathing in, pulling in the core. And as we breathe out, our chin goes to chest. We're holding the core tight, the neck comes down, the shoulders come forward and down. As we start to go down, we put our hands to the front of our legs, the upper spine, the mid spine, and the lower spine coming down. And you go to your point of comfort. If that's here, then that's fine. You go down to where you can and you allow yourself to hang for a moment there. Feel the stretch down the back of the legs. You might want to do a little bit of a side twist here, just releasing yourself out, let the neck go. Maybe nod the head for yes and shake it for no. And then taking a big breath in, pulling in the core. And then at the same time, breathing out, we start to roll ourselves back up. Slow as you can, squeezing the glutes, don't let them go. That's supporting our spine by doing that. Pulling in the core also supports the spine. Squeezing everything tight. One vertebrae, the lower, the mid and the upper spine. Shoulders go back and down, the neck lifts, and finally the head. Let's do that again. Breath in, pull that core tight. Breathing out, holding the core tight, we drop our chin to our chest. The neck comes down, shoulders come down and forward. The upper spine, holding the core tight. The mid spine and the lower spine. Go to your point of comfort, hang there for a moment. Just hanging, feel the stretch. Breathing in. And as you breathe out, you're holding that core tight, you're coming up slowly, slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Squeezing the glutes, squeeze everything as you come up, pull that core tight. Shoulders back and down, neck and the head. Now this time we're going to come down and we're going to come down onto all fours and we're going to start to do some more movements. So shoulders back and down, breathing in, pulling in the core. And as we breathe out, our chin goes to chest. And we start to roll down. Don't forget to hold that core tight. Coming all the way down, squeezing the glutes. And then you're going to walk your hands forward. You might want to bend your knees. We're walking our hands forward. And we're coming down onto all fours. And we're going to start to do some movement from here. So making sure our core is nicely pulled in. We're going to do Superman. So for Superman, we're going to bring our first right arm forward. If you want, you can take the left arm back. So we're in parallel. You look down at the floor so that the spine is in one long length with the neck. So we're not looking upwards, we're looking down at the mat and we're holding it there. We're going to breathe in, and as we breathe out, we're holding the core tight. We're going to take our arm and our leg out to the side, and then we're going to bring it back to the center, and we're going to bring it back down to the ground. As I say, keep breathing, do your breath, but as you're breathing, try and hold your core tight. Okay, holding the core tight supports our spine, and you'll find that if you keep doing that when you're out and about, if you pull your spine in, you'll start to stand taller, or pulling the core in, you'll start to stand taller with a straighter spine. So let's take that on the left hand side. So we're taking our left arm out in front of us, we're lifting our right leg up into one long nice line, looking down at the mat, holding the core tight, breathing in and breathing out. So we breathe in through the nose, we breathe out through the mouth. So breathing in, holding the core tight, and as you breathe out through the mouth, you take your leg and your arm out to the side. Sorry, I am limited for space here today, guys. Holding the core tight, bringing the leg and the arm back to center, and bringing it down to the ground. Let's do that again. If it's too much for you to bring the leg up as well, just do it with the arm. Doesn't matter. It's your practice and this is your body. Everybody's body is different and its feeling's different every day. So you just go for how you're feeling on the day. So let's take it on the right again. Taking the right arm out, taking the left leg up if that's your choice. Breathing in, pulling in the core, and as you breathe out through the mouth, holding the core tight, you take your arm and your leg out to the side. Holding the core tight, breathing in, breathing out as you come back to center, bringing that arm back down to the ground. Taking that on the left hand side, left arm out, and if you're with me, we've got our right leg up. Breathing in, pulling in the core, breathing out through the mouth, we take our arm and our leg out to the side. Holding it there, coming back to center, and we bring the arm and the leg back down. Fabulous, guys. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of crunching with it now. So breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. If you're with me, we're lifting up our left leg. So we're back into Superman, and then we're going to start to take elbow to knee. Okay, we're going to do that 8 times. If it's too much, bring the knee back down and just crunch in with your arm. So breathing in, pulling in the core tight, and as we breathe out, we take elbow to knee for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Taking the arm and leg out, have a real stretch, really stretch away, point the toes away, point the fingers away, keeping the neck in alignment, looking down at the floor, bringing the arm and leg back down to the ground. Let's take that on the opposite side. Left arm out, breathing in, pulling in the core, and as you breathe out, you push the right leg up and away, breathing in, breathing out, elbow to knee. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. So that's 6. Holding the core tight. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Taking the arm out, push the fingertips away, push the toes away, the neck in nice alignment with the spine, keeping the core pulled in, breathing in, and as you breathe out, you take the knee and the hand back down to the floor. Okay, we're going to do some thread the needle. So thread the needle, we take the arm up, we look up, and as we breathe out, we take the arm underneath. Okay, so here we go, breathing in and breathing out through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and the last one, coming under, come out, taking that stretch up and bringing the hand back down to the floor. Breathing in through the nose, lifting the left arm, breathing out through the mouth as you take it under. So that's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and the last one you go under, coming back out, lifting that arm up, bringing the hand back down to the ground. Now we're going to try that again, so you can either stick with that or you can now come with me. So we're going to take our left leg back as if we was going into our Superman. But what we're going to do is we're going to take our arm out and we're going to come under here. Just for 4, for 3, for 2. Keep the core tight, holding the core will allow you to hold the leg up and then coming back down, bringing the leg back down. Let's take that on the other side. So we're going to take our right leg up, holding it out, keeping it in nice in alignment, taking our taking our left arm out, breathing in, and as you breathe out, you go under. Oops, sorry, I'm wobbling here. It's because I'm hitting the curtain. So it's 4. I'm not going to stretch my arm, I don't think. 3, 2, and the last one, going under, coming back and bringing our arm back down. Amazing, well done guys. Okay, so we're going to come up into downward dog. Those of you who haven't done downward dog before, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do this from side for you. I'm going to have a go. So we're coming down, we're in our all 4 position. What we're going to do is we're going to do a little test first. So you're going to curl your toes under and you're just going to push the knees off about 1 inch off of the floor, keeping your nice neck in alignment, okay? And then bringing the knees back down. So it's just a little practice there. So breathing in through the nose, pulling that core, and as you breathe out through the mouth, hold the core tight and lift the knees off of the floor. So we're going to hold it there for a count of 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then bring your knees back down to the floor. Okay, we're going to do that one more time and then we're going to push ourselves right up into a downward dog. So breathing in, pulling in the core, breathing out through the mouth, holding the core tight, you lift the knees off of the floor. Now you keep breathing, don't hold your breath, and we're going to keep the core tight for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And taking your knees all the way back down. So the next bit we do for the downward dog is we breathe in through the nose, we pull in our core, as we breathe out through the mouth, we pull the core tighter, and then what we do is we push into the toes, we lift the knees, but we continue and we push ourselves right up into a lovely downward dog. The idea is to push the chest towards the knees, okay? Don't worry if your feet are not on the floor. You can start to walk them out. So let me do that with you. So we're down onto all fours, breathing in through the nose, pulling in the core, breathing out through the mouth, lifting the knees, pushing into the feet, bringing yourself up into your downward dog, and start to walk your feet out. Walking out. Now, keep going. Then come right up onto your tippy toes. Maybe push the chest forward a little bit again, and then allow the feet to drop back down to the floor, pushing that chest forward, holding it here. So what we're going to do is we're going to come forward, just as if we're going into like a knees down, but we're not touching to the floor, and we're bringing ourselves back up. We're going to do that for 8, for 7, breathing in through the nose, pulling in the core as you come forward, breathing out through the mouth, holding the core tight as you come back. For 4, for 3, for 2, and the last one, holding it there. And if we can, we're going to take our right leg up for some opening there. See how that feels for you guys. Opening up, stretching away, opening the hip here, stretching down the back of the leg. We've got our heart below our head below our heart, I should say, so we've got the blood pumping nicely. But if it's too much for you, keeping the legs down. Okay, let's take our left leg up, opening it out, really open. This is like a standing split that you're doing here. Opening it out. Again, if it's too much, keep the legs down, breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. Bringing that leg back down. Let's come down onto all fours, and let's go into a little bit of a child's pose. Taking the knees as wide as the mat, or together, whatever's best for you. Sitting back onto your heels. If you've got your toes wide, your knees wide, toes locked in together, big toes, breathing in through the nose. And as you breathe out through the mouth, you come down, allowing the head to drop down and giving yourself a rest. This is child's pose. At any point throughout a practice, you can go into this pose. You can take the arms down by your side. My favourite, I like to take my arms onto the back. I don't push down, I let the natural weight of my arms just drop onto my back. And then we're going to bring ourselves back round. We're going to come back onto all fours. Okay, so from here, I'm going to come back round this way again. We're going to take our right leg back. Oh, goodness me. Actually, I might have to go a little bit sort of wonky sideways here. So we're taking our right leg back. We're bringing the right leg round to the right elbow. We're taking the leg back. We're taking the knee through to the left arm, and we're going to take it back. Okay, I'm going to actually come around here this way. I'm going to have to do that, aren't I, a little bit wonky. Let me just move that around so that I've got some grip. So hopefully you can all still see me. Again, so we're going to take our right leg back, breathing in, and as we breathe out, we take the right knee to the right elbow. We take the leg back. We're breathing in, we're holding that core, and as we breathe out, we twist so that we've got the knee coming towards the left wrist. So right knee, right elbow, pushing it back, right knee, to left wrist and pushing it back. Let's do that a couple more times. And then bring the knee back down to the floor. We're going to take that on the opposite side now. So we're going to take our left leg back, breathing in, and as we breathe out, left knee to left elbow, taking it back, left knee to right wrist, taking it back. Keeping the core tight, keeping your breath going. Last one. Bringing the leg down. Now you can stay with that, or you can come with me, and we're going to go back into our downward dog. So we're going to push up into our downward dog, and we're going to do the same thing from here. So we're going to breathe in, we're going to lift up our right leg, and as we breathe out, we take the right leg to the left elbow. We're taking it up, right leg to right elbow, and taking it up. So that's for 3, 2, and the last one. Bringing that down, keeping nicely there in your downward dog. Let's take that on the left hand side. So left leg up, breathing in. And as we breathe out, we take it to the opposite elbow. Breathing in, breathing out to the same elbow. That's 3, 2, and 1. Bringing the feet back into downward dog. Nice push forward. Coming down, bringing the knees to the floor. Taking the knees wide or with the legs together. Bringing yourself down into your child's pose once more. Before you relax here, as you've got your head down, pull away with your arms and open up across the shoulders, and you'll feel the chest opening. Really pull away with those fingers and then release, taking your hands wherever you feel comfortable. Bringing your hands down, pushing yourselves up, and bringing yourselves round onto your mat. Lovely, guys. So we're going to take a slow roll down here. We're going to take it one vertebrae at a time down to the floor. So sitting nice and tall, taking our arms out in front, breathing in, pulling in the core. Actually, if it's too much for you to come down this way, do come down from your side. And if you have low blood pressure, come down from your left-hand side so that you're nicely on your back. So breathing in, pulling in the core. And as you breathe out, we start to roll down, pulling the core tight, C curving down. So you can see me, we're C curving, we're not dropping back straight. We're curving that spine and we're rolling down from there. So keep rolling down, guys, pulling in that core, coming down very slowly. If you get to a point where you can't hold yourself, take behind the back of your thighs, trying to keep the feet on the floor at all times and coming down. Amazing. So we're going to do a little bit of stretching now. So we're going to take our right leg up, take behind the back of the leg, and pull the leg towards you. Really pulling down. Don't lift, sorry, I'm lifting my head, but don't you lift your head. Just keeping the neck down. Just working the back of the leg here. And taking it across the left leg. I'm just going to bring the left leg up now, holding behind the back of the calf. Sorry, the back of the thigh, goodness me. You can hold behind the calf if you want. You can take the front of the calf and pull it forward. So we get the opening now, down the back of the leg, inside the hips. If you want to take the left leg up so that it's straight, do so, whatever's good for you. Keeping the core tight, bringing that leg back down to the floor and releasing. Get yourself into your neutral spine, lifting and tilting the pelvis, getting yourself comfortable. Taking the left leg up, breathing in, pulling in the core. As we breathe out, we bring the left leg towards us. Bringing it in, squeezing it tightly, opening up down the back of our thigh here. Get those quads working. And then we release the leg over the top of the right, bringing the right leg up, holding behind the back of the thigh, using the left arm to push the left leg open so we can feel it around the hip here. And then if you wish, you can take the right leg straight. You might even want to pull behind the right calf here to come forward. Depends on your flexibility and how you're feeling today. And then releasing back down to the ground. Amazing, guys. Okay, we're just going to take the spinal twist that we did earlier, so you can do it going with your feet mat width apart and dropping across. You can take it with your feet so they are hip width apart, or you can take the right leg in across over the left, taking the arms out into either cactus. Cactus will open the chest wall, or you can take full like T-shape, but I can't because I haven't got space here. So breathing in, pulling in the core, and as you breathe out, let's drop those legs over to the left-hand side, holding that core tight until you get to your point of comfort. Shoulders remaining on the mat, and then let everything go here. Feel that gentle twist in the spine. And breathing in, pulling in that core. And then at the same time, we bring the legs to center, holding the core tight, across the legs. Try and keep the core pulled in here if you can. Get yourself into your neutral spine, holding the core tight. Either wherever your legs may be, you might come with me, crossing the left leg over the right. Breathing in, keep the core tight, pull it tighter. And as we breathe out through the mouth, we drop the legs over to the left-hand side. Sorry, the right-hand side. Gosh, you can tell it's early morning for me, can't you? Shoulders nicely on the floor. You can also take your gaze opposite hand if you wish. And relax there. Relax into it. Breathe into any tense areas you might have. Breathing in, pulling in that core. And at the same time, you're bringing those legs to center, holding the core tight, getting yourself comfortable in your spine. And then we're going to take a nice hug in. So let's either do it one leg at a time, or you can do both legs together, breathing in, pulling in the core. And as you breathe out, you hold the core tight and you bring both legs up together, using your core to do so, squeezing the legs towards you, holding the core tight. Squeeze, but keep breathing. Every breath in, you pull the core tight, and every breath out, you also pull the core tight, squeezing the legs towards you. And then we're going to take happy baby pose. So I'm just going to shift myself around so that you can see this. So happy baby pose, we're here with our legs squeezed in. We take one leg up, we hold behind the outside of the foot, and we bring the elbow down towards the armpits. Okay, don't worry if you're up here. You don't have to do it. You could just take your legs here, whatever's good for you. Taking that happy baby pose, both legs opening out, pulling the arms, pulling the knees down towards the armpits. Release everything out, just relax into this. Some people like to rock and roll a little bit with this, moving from side to side. Do what is ever good for you guys. It's your practice. Holding it there. Taking the legs straight up into the air. Pulling both legs towards you now. If you want to lift your head towards your knees, make sure you've got your core pulled in. And then with the core tight, allow the legs go back down to the floor. Bringing yourself round so that you're nice and comfortable on your mat, taking your legs long, or if you still have lower spine issues, take the knees locked in. We're going to go into some final relaxation. It's an amazing workout, guys. I know it's a little bit shorter than what I normally do, but I do feel rather cramped in here. So dropping our legs down, taking the arms away from the body, palms facing upwards. Get yourself comfortable, releasing out your neck by rocking your head from side to side. The next time we come to the left, allow the head to rest there, opening up down the right hand side of the neck. And bringing your head back to center. Taking it over to the right, holding it to the right now, opening up down the left-hand side of the neck. Coming back to center, get your spine into one long line. Make sure your neck is happy. Closing the eyes down. Big deep breath in, filling in that core, breathing out through the mouth. Let's do that again. Big breath in, filling in the core. Breathing out through the mouth, let it all go. And then go back to your natural breath. Relaxing all 10 toes. Soles of your feet, the tops of your feet, your ankles, your calves, your shins, backs of your knees and the tops of your knees, backs of your thighs, the front of your thighs. Both legs are heavy and weighted into the ground beneath. Let them go. Relaxing your pelvis, your glutes and your lower core. Relaxing your mid-spine and your tummy. Relaxing your upper spine and your chest. Your spine and your torso relaxed and heavy to the ground beneath. Relaxing all 10 fingers, backs of your hands, the palms of your hands, your wrists, back of your lower arms, the front of your lower arms, backs of your elbows, the fronts of your elbows, back of your top arm, front of your top arm, both arms rested. Allow the shoulders to just rest down. Your neck, release. finally your head. The weights of your head now heavy in the ground. Start to relax all your facial muscles, maybe parting your lips, releasing the jaw. Release the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Relaxing your cheekbones, your eyes, your eyelids, your eyebrows, your forehead, finally the top of your head. Your whole body soft, rested and relaxed. Just a gentle breath as you breathe, your tummy rises and falls. Staying here for a few more moments. Any thoughts that come into your mind, acknowledge them and let them go. So your concentration back to your breath. And then gently start to awaken yourself. Visualizing the room that you're in, hearing sounds that are around you, sounds that are close by, sounds that are in the distance, and start to wriggle your fingers, wriggling your toes, keeping the eyes closed down if you can. And then when everybody's ready, just bringing your legs up so your feet are flat onto the mat. Making sure you're comfortable. We're going to come over onto our side. So if you're coming over onto your left, push into your feet and shift your hips over to the right. And roll your legs over to the left. If you're coming to your right, push into your feet and shift your hips to the left. And take your knees over to the right. Rolling yourself over onto your preferred side, left-hand side if you have low blood pressure, and make a pillow with your arm for your head. Resting there, we have our lungs now nicely open. Breathing into those lungs, fill them out, and then breathing out through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose, filling those lungs. Breathing out through the mouth. And then when you're ready, gently pushing yourself up, bringing yourself round, feet out nice, long in front of you, shoulders back and down. Taking a big deep breath in, raising the arms to the ceiling. Breathing out as you bring the arms back down. Breathing in. Breathing out. Last big breath in, breathing in, raising the hands up, palms together, breathing out as you bring the palms down, past your forehead, past your nose, down to your heart center. Give yourselves a bow and give yourselves a clap. Well done, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. See you at my next practice.